A very good morning to all of you and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. As usual, let us start with the snippets. What is the first snippet here? War strategy. UK says it's willing to train troops in Ukraine. Almost all the words are easy, all the words are simple, familiar words, but you have to focus on UK says it's. Usually I tell students possessive pronouns do not take an apostrophe. The moment you see something like that, you may wonder how come it's with an apostrophe. But let me tell you, it is not the possessive pronoun. It is a short form of it is. I'll read the snippet again. UK says it is willing to train troops in Ukraine. And that rule, what is the rule? Possessive pronouns never take an apostrophe. That holds good. Never changes, no exceptions whatsoever. Thank you very much. Who is that? Please focus on the enrichment. What is the second headline or snippet we have here? Shackles loosened. Two important words. SC stays Kerala High Court directive on jumbo parade at festivals. First, you have to focus on the word shackles. Shackles means the chains. Usually what happens, if there's a criminal, the criminal is arrested. First step, he gets handcuffs. What is the expression we use over there? Handcuffs. The first step, ordinary criminal, the person may get handcuffs. That is one thing. And based on the word cuff, you have to recollect one idiom. What is that idiom? When it comes to presentations, when it comes to public speaking, a lot of people spend time and go prepared and give the presentation. But some people give a presentation spontaneously. For that we say extempore. Mispronunciation, a lot of people say extempore. Not extempore, extempore. Extempore speech means spontaneous, without any preparation. There is one important idiom. What is that? To give the speech off the cuff. OFF, off the cuff. Off the cuff also means without any preparation. That you have to recollect. But here we have the word shackles. Shackles means, imagine there is a hardcore criminal. Then you see that criminal usually, he may have the chains from here to arms to legs, and then we use the word shackles. Only hands, handcuffs, but arms to legs, ankles, then we use shackles. Shackles means the chains. Loosened, you have to think of three words based on that. First one, LOSC, this is a verb. Second one, loose, this is an adjective. Third one, LOSS, this is a noun. But based on this, we have a word, loosen. Loosen is a verb. It's a regular verb. Loosen, loosened, loosened. Here, shackles, loosened. Lose, lost. It's a verb. Loose shirt, tight shirt. It's an adjective. Loss and profit, these are nouns. And loosen, a verb. All you have to know for sure. As he stays, Kerala High Court directive on jumbo parade at festivals. Here we have one expression, jumbo parade. What does it mean? Jumbo parade, usually when we talk about elephants, we use the word jumbo. Jumbo parade in this context means a parade by the elephants. Based on that, this has been written. And we have another snippet here, Jaisal Pelikot case, ex-husband sentenced to 20 years in prison. In prison, you have to think of the word incarceration, an important word, confinement, another word you have to think of. But here we have one expression. What is that expression? Ex-husband. Mammoth, a different word. Mammoth means huge, colossal, huge, enormous, gigantic. That they go with a different context altogether. Ex-husband, you can also think of former husband, ex-husband, erstwhile husband. Erstwhile, that is also an important word. Incarceration is a different word altogether. The next one, Dissanayake visit, reality check on Sri Lanka's Tamil question. Joint statement reveals preoccupations. Here, preoccupation, an important word. What does it mean? Imagine someone says, I'm quite busy. He has a lot of things to do. Then we may say preoccupied with important things. Preoccupied means already engaged, already involved in certain tasks. In this, they have their own agendas. That could be the meaning behind this word. Ashwin returns home. How the retirement drama unfolded. Unfold means to become public in a particular way, slowly, over a period of time. Then we use the expression unfold. But one expression here, return home. A common error, people say he returned to home. That is a common error. He returned home. Don't use a preposition to. And in this context, I have told many a time, what is the difference between home and house? Home is a place where you live with your family. That is your home. That could be a hut, it could be a mud house, a tile house, a bungalow, a mansion, a palace, an apartment, anything. But you with your family, your home. House is only a structure. All these you have to look at, so much enrichment from the snippets. And we have another snippet over here. Delhi government bans firecrackers throughout year. Means in Delhi no one can use firecrackers round the clock, 365 days not allowed. It is like a sweeping statement or a sweeping ban. Delhi government bans firecrackers throughout year. Sweeping means covering a lot of areas. Sweeping measures, one typical expression, covering many areas, we use the word sweeping. General meaning of the word sweep, you take a broomstick, you sweep the room. That's a different meaning altogether. But coming to the main headline, based on the Hindu front page, Shah's speech, MPs clash outside Parliament. Based on Amit Shah's speech, members of Parliament, they must have clashed outside the Parliament. Why they're not used before year? Which one? Throughout year. No need. It depends on. When it comes to headlines, when it comes to snippets, the writers, the journalists don't use grammar. They project the key words. There you cannot think of grammar. Article you have to think. But at headlines and snippets, key words are presented. It talks about some clash based on someone's Amit Shah's statements. Simple words, there's nothing to learn. Indian workers trapped in Libya await government help. There's one important word. Tell me why is this important? It's a common error. A lot of people use a preposition for after await. We are waiting for someone. That is correct. Wait takes a preposition for. But we are awaiting for someone, wrong. After await, don't use a preposition for. That you have to recollect. We have a beautiful pic over here. All lotus flowers, flower power, based on flowers, flower power. And what does it say? In bloom. When flowers open up, we say in bloom. You can see all the lotus flowers opened up. Villagers harvest water lilies in Guwahati on Thursday. Such ponds are tourist attractions in many parts of India. Obviously, it is a visual treat. Very good, Vishnu, I appreciate. It is a visual treat. When you see all these lotus flowers known as water lilies, they open up pink or red. It is literally a visual treat. No wonder they become tourist attractions. Assam STF arrests 8 members of terror group. Simple words. Hizbul commander among 5 militants killed in Kulgam. All simple words. Another headline, what does it say? US urges top court to reject Mumbai terror attack accused Rana's petition against extradition to India. It urges. Urges has 2 meanings. One, to request. It goes with a request, urge someone to do something. request someone to do something. Then you may wonder what is the difference between request and urge. Request goes with informal English, urge goes with formal English. And also we have top court to reject Mumbai terror attack accused. Accused we have got many a time. Accusation, accuse verb, accusation noun. What is the other word you have to think of? Allegation, allege, allegation. All these related words I've given many a time. Rana's petition against extradition, one important word. What is the meaning of extradition? Imagine there's a criminal. He committed the crime in one country, left the country, fled the country, went to some other country. Then the country where he committed the crime will ask the other country to send that criminal back to the country where he committed the crime. That process is called extradition. An important word you have to remember. Now I think it's already 9:30, time to go to the editorial. Let us go to the editorial page. Today's editorial, an important editorial. Let us see what it has got to offer. Today, lack of time, I could not bring the regular pattern. And do we have here? Here we have the editorial page. I'm going to do the analysis, the second one. Very important, goes with life skills. Today, if you take in our country, usually we don't focus on life skills or survival skills. In some countries, Western countries, they give utmost importance to impart life skills to the citizens because life skills, survival skills, they are indispensable. What is the meaning of indispensable? Essential. Without, imagine someone is not good at swimming, like the tragic incident which happened the other day. 13 people got killed because of the collision between a naval boat and a ferry. Imagine, had they known how to swim, had they been good at swimming, they would have survived. Lack of the life skill like swimming cost the death. They had to lose their lives. It is all about that, an important editorial. How does it start? First, survival skills. Survival is utmost, most important thing, obviously. No survival, it doesn't make any sense. We all should focus on survival. There is a saying in English, what is it? Survival of the fittest. Only those who are fit, they survive. This goes with the animal kingdom. It goes with the plant kingdom also. Survival skills. India must have survival at sea training in schools and workplaces. There is one model I have told many a time. It has two functions. What is the first function? It is used to convey the idea something is compulsory. Another function, it is used to express a personal obligation or an obligation imposed by the speaker or the writer. In this context, by the writer. According to the writer, in writer's opinion, India must have survival at sea training in schools and workplaces. In our country, usually we don't focus on English is indispensable. Exactly, very good. Who is this? Vinesh. Absolutely, I do agree. And today, obligation means it means either it is your duty to do something or you have promised to do something. But a simple word you can remember, responsibility. Obligation means what? A responsibility. Must have survival at sea training in schools and workplaces. Human nature, when we perceive some danger, we get prepared, we are ready. That means, imagine someone lives near a coastal city or town, they need something like swimming skills. But someone away from the ocean, away from the river, if you tell them also, learn swimming, human nature, the person may not show interest because there is no need at that particular juncture. And because of that, if they try to implement this in a city where there is no river, in a city where there is no sea, the response may be lukewarm response. What is the meaning of lukewarm response? Not enthusiastic, not to the expected level. It won't be overwhelming, it won't be enthusiastic. But this is the opinion taken by the writer, the editorial. And to support this, the editorial has to start with why is it required? What exactly happened? When you read a sentence like this, Indian youth require special training in soft skills, then you have to wonder how come, why do they need, what is the reason behind? Like that here also it has to start with why should we impart swimming skills to at the school level, some incident triggered, that is a stimulus. Here, the Mumbai boat tragedy is a wake-up call for improving marine safety. This is an important expression. For many youngsters, being good at English is something like if someone says, be good at English, it is like a wake-up call. Because if you look at the modern world, the workplace, without English and communication skills, you cannot expect success. 3 words with hyphens. Where is it? It is like one expression, survival at sea. It is used as an adjective. What is a noun here? Training. Simple word, new training, important training, and a word like important training, essential training, easy to understand. Essential adjective, training noun. But sometimes like we have compound nouns, we have compound adjectives. All these words like one unit. Survival at sea, used as an adjective. That's what it means. I hope you got it, Uday Kumar. Going back to this, the Mumbai boat tragedy is a wake-up call for improving marine safety. And it talks about the same Mumbai port and how it exists, what exactly happens usually or regularly, and what exactly happened that cost 13 lives. A busy port, a naval dockyard, the Mazagon dockyard, fishing boats, and a popular tourist destination, the gateway of India, I'm sure many of you know. A launching pad for tourist boat rides are all located in the same area. One particular area from this sentence you can make out, it is highly congested. It is a place for so many things. What are the things? It is a naval dockyard. Which one is that? The Mazagon dockyard. Fishing boats you have. Popular tourist destination. What is that? The gateway of India, a launching pad for tourist boat rides, are all located in the same area. Obviously, congested, one has to be careful. Merchant ships and naval vessels jostle for space. There's one important word. Have you heard of this? Please respond. Jostle means what? Push each other, push one another, jostle. One another, better expression, because I will give a typical example. Imagine you go to a theater, first day, first show. A lot of people, and they want to come out during the break. And so many people, only one exit, then they have to push each other, push one another. Then we use the word jostle. Jostle means to push. Usually in a congested area, a lot of people. Here, a lot of vessels. Merchant ships and naval vessels jostle for space with tourist and fishing boats. On the one hand, we have government related. On the other hand, we have commercial, private sector like fishing boats and tourist boats. And on the other hand, we have merchant ships and naval vessels. And what is the impact of that? Creating a congested and potentially hazardous environment. They jostle for space because it's a particular area. So many things have to be accommodated. And what is the net impact of that? Creating a congested and potentially hazardous environment. Hazardous we have got many a time. What does it mean? Dangerous. Danger, you can also think of the word peril. Yes, Naidu, very good. I appreciate that. Sea trials of a new craft involve testing it under the most stringent operating conditions. All this happened because of a particular naval boat. Sea trials, they went on a sea trial, a new naval boat that resulted in this tragedy or the mishap. They involve what? Sea trials of a new craft involve testing it under the most stringent operating conditions. Stringent usually goes with laws, statutes. Stringent means what? Very strict. Conditions to determine whether machinery and hull are safe and seaworthy. When they go for a trial, they check two things. One, the machinery and the hull, the body of the ship, whether they are safe and seaworthy. Typically, sea trials for merchant ships are conducted in open waters. Open waters means away from the coast. We use open waters. There's another draconian law that also you have to recollect. We have another expression, high seas. Have you heard of this any time? High seas. High seas means international waters. If you take the coast, if you take the southern coast of India, southern part of India, what do we have? And we have this side, this side, this side, 12 nautical miles, we have the right. But beyond 12 nautical miles, the waters are known as high seas or international waters. We don't have the right. It talks about where exactly they are tested. Conducted in open waters. However, the naval speedboat that collided with Neel Kamal is typically housed inside a naval ship and launched on only for operations. They are supposed to test in open waters or high seas, but this particular incident involving a naval ship, it was housed in a ship and they tested there itself. However, the naval speedboat that collided with Neel Kamal, a ferry, is typically housed inside a naval ship and launched on only for operations. This means it must be tested for maximum speed and maneuverability in shallow waters, possibly ruling out open sea testing. This particular thing talks about where it is supposed to be tested, open seas, but it was housed in a ship, naval ship. Based on that, they had to test there itself for two things. One is they had to test the speed, maximum speed, tested for maximum speed, one thing, and maneuverability. Maneuver means to be able to deal with something, handle something, change or handle or deal with. Maneuverability in shallow waters. When we talk about waters, we use two terms. One, Indian water, shallow waters, the other one, deep waters. Yes, deep waters opposite shallow waters, not deep. Supposed to be tested in shallow waters, possibly ruling out. There is one phrasal verb. Tell me what is the meaning of rule out something. The meeting between the management and the union members ruled out means not going to happen, impossible to happen. Ruling out open sea testing. During sea trials, machinery and controls are often subjected to strenuous conditions, harsh conditions. Your preparation, you put in a lot of efforts. What sort of efforts? Strenuous efforts means involving a lot of hard work and also not doing something easy, doing something difficult. Strenuous conditions increasing the likelihood of failure. When they are tested under severe conditions, then you understand the strength of that thing. But at the same time, there is a negative dimension. What is it? There are chances for that to fail also. Increasing the likelihood of failure, chances of failure. Now it talks about what exactly happened on Wednesday. On Wednesday, such a failure likely occurred. When they try to test, something may go wrong. Imagine they think the speed capacity, some particular thing, and they try to touch that, but in that process they may lose control. That results in a tragedy. On Wednesday, such a failure likely occurred, leading to the collision. Collision between two things. What are the two things? One is Neel Kamal, a ferry boat. The other one is naval boat. Neel Kamal is an old-fashioned V-shaped wooden boat prone to capsizing. One important expression. Prone to capsizing. Whenever you think of boats, you have to think of capsize, turn upside down, turn turtle. All these you have to know. Prone to means likely to. If it takes on water, though it will not sink. It may get capsized, but it may not sink. When the accident occurred, pilot boats from the port rescued around 100 passengers, most of whom were wearing life jackets, which are a proven defense against drowning. When it comes to drowning, there's one particular thing that can save a person who does not know swimming. No, it was a snippet, not the editorial. Yesterday it came as a snippet, news item, short news item. Today it is full-length article, editorial. Uday Kumar, I did not do today's editorial. I always do the same day's editorial. Do remember, all of you, same day editorial. Defense against drowning. If you don't know how to swim, you jump into waters, you will drown, you will get drowned. And what is the defense against that drowning? You wear a life jacket, you are safe, you float. Wearing life jackets which are a proven defense against drowning. And those who got killed, unfortunately, those who could not hold on to the capsized boat or were not wearing life jackets did not survive. It happened on Wednesday, we should use past tense, did not survive. All about the incident and the basic information, providing the background information based on the incident. Now, what is the second part of the editorial? What has it got to say? It has to talk about generally what happens, in the past what happened, and what is the future, what are the solutions, what are the remedies, all these things. An inquiry will determine whether the boat was carrying more passengers than its capacity and if there were enough readily accessible life jackets. Any accident immediately, capsize means to turn upside down, I have already said. Something turns upside down, capsize. One idiom, turn turtle. Looks like you have just joined, already given that meaning. Inquiry, inevitable. Whenever there is an accident, inquiry is inevitable. Inevitable means what? Unavoidable, likely to happen, certain to happen. An inquiry will determine the reasons behind whether the boat was carrying more passengers than its capacity and if there were enough readily accessible life jackets. It is necessary to establish guidelines for life jackets that can be donned quickly and easily, even by panic-stricken individuals, without being prohibitively expensive. This sentence has one word, don. Don means to wear. It has many meanings. As a noun, don means underworld don. Means what? A leader, a gangster. But here don means to wear. Based on the context, the meaning changes. It is necessary to establish guidelines for life jackets that can be donned quickly and easily. Means that can be worn quickly, wear, wore, worn. That can be worn quickly and easily. Guidelines should be there. Even by panic-stricken individuals. Whenever there is an accident, obviously people panic. They get scared, they get frightened. It is like a nightmare. Even those people should be able to wear the life jackets quickly and easily, even by panic-stricken individuals, without being prohibitively expensive. And these life jackets need not be expensive. They are not that expensive and they should be easily worn. It is a suggestion. Second one, tragedies such as the 2009 Thekkady boat disaster have raised significant awareness in Kerala about the importance of life jackets. As I said, they provide the backdrop information. Some major incident that happened in Kerala way back in 2009, it taught a lesson to people of Kerala. What is that lesson? Life jackets are essential when it comes to surviving if you are on a boat or on a ship. They have realized that, have raised a significant awareness in Kerala about the importance of life jackets. However, this incident serves as a broader reminder. The incident on Wednesday serves as a broader reminder. What is that? However, a contrasting word, this incident serves as a broader reminder that sea or water transport is fundamentally different from road and rail travel. Obviously, road, rail, sea or water, entirely different. Water is very dangerous. You know swimming, chances are more to survive. You don't know how to swim, gone, once for all. On the other hand, rail or road, you don't have to worry about that. Though we have other dangers, the sea and even deep freshwater bodies like rivers remains, the sea remains, here don't consider this part, and even deep freshwater bodies, remains an inhospitable domain for humans. Inhospitable. Hospitable means something that is positive. Inhospitable means not positive. And water is not our terrain. It goes with aquatic animals. Man is not an aquatic animal. Anytime water is a danger, it's a peril. That's what the sentence says. Could be marine, could be freshwater, remains an inhospitable domain for humans. Without assistance, drowning or hypothermia is likely. If there is no help, there is no help at the time of the accident, two things are possible. One is drowning, other one hypothermia. I think that goes more with losing the body temperature. The body temperature goes down, then we use the expression hypothermia. Thermal related to body heat and hypo going down, hyper going up. Hypothermia is likely. And there's one important expression here. The writer wants to tell us what exactly happens in Western countries. And the writer takes a reference of Scandinavian countries. What are Scandinavian countries? Norway, Finland, and one more, Sweden. Sweden, Norway, Finland. These are known as Scandinavian countries, an important expression. In Scandinavian countries, where the sea is an integral part of daily life, survival skills for the water are taught to everyone. Based on this, the writer has started with importance of survival skills. He has taken the reference of Scandinavian countries like Sweden, Finland, and Norway. Survival skills like swimming for the water are taught to everyone. Look at that. Those skills are taught to everyone. One of the reasons the sea is an integral part of daily life. They all surrounded by water, obviously sea becomes an integral part of one's life. It may be time for India to incorporate survival at sea training. Incorporate what? Include survival at sea training into schools and workplaces. Main idea is being reiterated. Alongside first aid and other life-saving measures to foster, to develop greater awareness and preparedness. Two dimensions. One is awareness, the other one preparedness. Any eventuality, any mishap, one should be prepared, especially when it comes to dealing with water bodies like ocean or rivers, deep waters especially, one has to be prepared. It ends on the same note, main idea being reiterated. What is the main idea? Survival at sea training to be incorporated in schools so that any eventuality people can survive. Alongside first aid and other life-saving measures to foster greater awareness and preparedness. It ends on that note. That's all for today. Lack of time, I could not bring the regular pattern, but I'm sure you guys have got enriched. So many words, so many expressions, and definitely this sort of awareness will help in the long run. Have a nice day, and tomorrow it is going to be revision, all the words, and tomorrow I'll focus more on, besides words, grammar also. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.